Welcome back to another episode of Weed Wednesdays. I think it's a good time to be talking about the next big threat that might be rolling in from the south. We've already got plenty of its cousin, tall water hemp, across the Red River Valley. This is a plant that's already been making waves and forcing producers to rethink their weed control programs. Luckily for us, Palmer hasn't gotten a good foothold here just yet. Two plants have previously been found in the arm of Dufferin, but those two have not led to a sustained population. Unfortunately for us, it's only a matter of time before it becomes fully established. It is recognized as the single most herbicide-resistant broadleaf plant in the entire world, having developed resistance to 10 different herbicide groups. This resistance profile chart shows how Palmer stacks up against the other Amaranth species we deal with here locally. Now, this isn't to say all populations of Palmer will have all of these resistances. This is simply a chart that shows which groups Palmer has shown resistance to. The asterisk at the bottom illustrates that point, saying that a single Palmer Amaranth plant has been proven to be resistant to group 2, 4, 5, 9, 14, and 27 herbicides all at the same time. It's situations like these that can really back a farmer into a corner. This prolific herbicide resistance undoubtedly leads to a greatly increased herbicide cost. In these situations, especially with current input and commodity prices, it can become completely unprofitable to grow certain crops. Rotations become more narrow, and over the course of a few years, growers can completely run out of options. We could probably stand here and talk all day about herbicide options in different crops and resistance situations, but what we really should be discussing as farmers and agronomists is what we can be doing about this now. First and foremost, learning how to identify these plants and scouting your fields is extremely important, especially for river lots or any flood-prone land. Amaranth seeds often become deposited in fields by floodwaters or wildlife. With Palmer Amaranth, the petioles are longer than the leaf surface. The seedlings may have a white or purple chevron on the leaves. This isn't always true. There are separate male and female plants that can be distinguished during flowering, and the stems are completely smooth like that of water hemp. What can we do? Growing on narrow rows where you can. For soybeans, consider drilling them in on 10 inches rather than planting on wider rows. These Amaranth species like to flush in those warmer June-August conditions, and more complete canopy cover provided by those narrower rows makes a huge difference in those mid-season flushes. Multiple modes of action. Like it or not, products with multiple modes of action or tank mixes are extremely important, especially considering this is far from the only resistant weed species we deal with here. Yes, this is more expensive. However, your long-term return on investment will be better if you start adopting these practices now rather than to try using them as a reactionary measure in the future. We need to be proactive and not reactive about this plant. We've already seen the rapid establishment of water hemp here in the Red River Valley. The last thing we need is its ugly cousin showing up to the party. If you have any burning questions or something you'd like to see covered in this series, send us a message and we'll do what we always do: provide professional, unbiased, and data-backed advice on how to best manage your acres. See you next time.